whatnot, but when you have a chance to put on the Bruin jersey, you can't say no. It doesn't matter what flight delay or how much sleep you get. This is a dream come true, and this is the first time you're able to put on the jersey. You have to cut off my leg to tell me I couldn't get on that ice. So.
How did it feel getting out there for the first time?
Oh, it was amazing. Being able to put that jersey on, to be able to put on that equipment and step out on the ice and be a part of this organization. It's the coolest feeling in the world. To be able to be out there with all those coaches, all the players. It was really, really cool.
James, you said at the draft that you're up to about 190. Mm-hmm. How did that feel on the ice? Did it feel any different for you?
It felt great. It's not affecting my speed or anything at all. If anything, that's a goal I wanted to get to. I'm really glad I'm at this weight. It's going to help you, especially when you're trying to make the jumps to the NHL. It's just going to be strong, tough guys that are coming down on you in corners. You got to make sure that you have the right weight to maintain yourself. So.
Was there anybody?
Can you stand up? Is that all right? Is that better for everybody? There we go.
Is that good?
Was there anybody in the organization, or even just like a comment that you made, like, hey, there's no way you're keeping me off the ice? Did anybody express, like, hey, you guys can take it easy?
One of the coaches came up and told us, we did the testing. You guys are good to not go on the ice, and me and Will kind of looked at each other, and we were by our stalls, and we asked them if he could go ask if we can go on the ice. So it was a moment that when you're standing there, you're in this locker room. All you want to do is be able to get out there and be a part of this. So,
what is your affection level for the Boston Bruins? Going to college here, getting familiar with the city, just being a Northeast kid. How good of a fit was the pick?
It's a dream come true. It's such an honor to be able to get drafted by this team, this organization, with all the people here, all the prospects and all the players on the team. It's a dream come true for me. It's close to home. I've been in Boston for the past year. I wanted to go to school in Boston, and to be able to be picked by the Bruins, it's something that just puts a smile on your face, and be able to have Happy Gilmore make the pick, it was really special. So.
What's the rest of your summer look like? Will you still be going home for a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll end up going back home for a little bit. Be able to spend time with family outside of the draft when things kind of calm down now. So I'm sure they'll be wearing Bruins hats around Long Island now. So.
The Happy Gilmore audio, can you put that as your voicemail maybe on your phone? Because that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Honestly, I might have to. I've watched that video over and over again. When you're sitting there in the moment, you see the Bruins on the board, and all you can think in your head is you want to be a Bruin so badly. You hope that they say Boston College and then your name after that, and then Happy Gilmore pops up on the screen, and you're sitting there laughing, and he says your name. It's one of the most coolest experiences you could have, especially when you're there and emotions are high. You don't know where you're gonna go. It all worked out.
Have you been able to sleep at all this weekend?
Yeah. It's been nice, especially once the draft happened. Be able to spend that time with your family, to be able to celebrate with them. I think I had around 50 family members there, and between friends and family, so it was really cool. It was a cool moment. The fact that they were there to celebrate too made it even better.
What is the value in this experience for you, in being out on the ice a couple days?
Yeah, it's just learning. You have so many smart hockey minds here. You have to be coachable. You have to be able to be a sponge around everyone here, whether it's players or coaches. There's always something to learn. This is a world-class organization, so just being able to walk around the facilities, see how nice it is, and see how hard it's going to be to get here. This is your goal. This is your dream. So it's going to take a lot to get to this point.
What are your expectations, your goals? Where do you want to be in the next 9 months?
Yeah, I want to be a Boston Bruin. I want to be a Boston Bruin really bad. That's a conversation that you have to have with the staff and management. We'll have that talk at the end of camp, but just to be able to get the draft over and know what team that you're putting your heart and soul into, it's a lot better now.
James, you're the Bruins' highest draft pick in 15 years. Obviously, they're usually not up there. Does it hit you kind of, what that means and sort of the excitement that comes with that?
Yeah, it comes with a lot of pride, a lot of honor to be able to be a part of something like this, to be able to to even get picked and to say you're picked by the Boston Bruins. It's something that it doesn't really hit you until you're up on that stage, but it's going to come with a lot of hard work. I know how hard it's going to be, and that's just a big step. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to give everything I possibly have into this team and this organization, to the fan base. So I'm just excited to get it going.
Have you heard from anybody else in the organization?
I was able to. Pasta called me right after the draft happened. It was really cool. I was in my hotel room and sent me a text, asked if I was awake. So that was really cool. Zadorov also I was able to meet him here earlier today, and then Charlie McAvoy. I was able to FaceTime him earlier today, so that was really cool as well.
Do you follow McAvoy? As a Long Island guy?
Mm-hmm. I do. He inspires everyone on Long Island. Hockey's growing on Long Island. Speaking of that player like that, little kids are looking up and inspired by a player like that. Now you're hopefully becoming teammates with them. It's going to be really cool.
What is your
Zellers is also
what is your
available.
competitive nature coming out of the draft? Just given that, hey, great landing spot, 7th overall pick. But are you competitive enough to be like, hey, 16 passed on me?
Yeah, I'm really glad I ended up being a Boston Bruin, and I'm really excited to, prove every team that passed on you wrong. I'll remember every kid, every team that passed on you. It's just something that drives you, something that'll push you, and I'm excited to be able to show that on the ice.
On your journey, were you at LAX through Saturday night till you got on the plane on Sunday, or were you able to get out of there?
I was at LAX, I think until 5 a.m. in the morning. Was able to sleep for I think 3 hours in a hotel, then went back. And that plane got delayed, got canceled, and then the next plane was able to take off, I think, and then we got back I think around 3, and then got to the hotel around 4, and came right here in the morning. So.
You a coffee guy, energy drinks, anything like that?
Not really. I'll drink coffee when it's needed from time to time.
James, your line mates are not going to be there when you go back to campus in the fall. They're gone and chasing their NHL dreams. So what do you think that'll mean for you in terms of more responsibility, more opportunity without Ryan and Lennon?
I think it's just excitement, to be able to see how those guys handle themselves. They had great careers at Boston College. Now, they're doing their things in the NHL. So just, being able to pick their brains, being able to watch how they handle themselves for the time you're with them. And, it's time for, hopefully to win a national championship. So.
How many do you think you have?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I looked after the draft. It was around 500. So I try to get back to everyone, especially family, making sure you get back to the staff right away. You don't want to. You want to make sure you're responding to Don Sweeney right away. So that's definitely something I did.
If I could ask you again, I was just in the back, so I wasn't able to squeeze on through. But just what these last 36 hours have been like for you, especially going through with one of your new teammates and just being able to start to get to know him.
Yeah,
more.
Just being able to be there with him. It kind of shows. It doesn't matter how hard it is, no matter the flights, cancellation or delays or anything, how badly we want to be on this ice, how badly we want to be a part of what was going on today. No one could have stopped us not getting on that ice. So I think just both of us, we looked at each other and we wanted to put that jersey on, we wanted to put the gear on, and be able to go around, and there's people here watching. You want to be able to show why this team took the chance on you. It's just such a big honor, and you take so much pride in it. So.
Were you even tired or just more adrenaline?
No, just more adrenaline. I think we're both 18 years old, so we were able to go right out there. Felt good. Hopefully get to bed early tonight and get ready for tomorrow. So.
Is he a pretty unique guy?
Yeah, he's a really unique guy. To be able to have a guy like that at Boston College, I'm really excited. He's gonna have a bright future. So.
What kind of makes him unique? A lot of people talk about kind of that his intellect and that sort of thing.
He's a really smart person. It shows on the ice too. He's a smart hockey player. He's someone that he's someone that he's exciting to watch. He makes plays. He has hands. Skates really well. So he's someone that every team should be fortunate to have.
Have you heard him play piano?
I haven't. So hopefully one day.
Is that kind of everybody's little curiosity when you hear that about him? Nice. All right, thank you.